talking about Karna, for me, I have great respect for Karna. Nothing explains the law of karma in the way Karna was forsaken more than anybody else. His father, Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam, all the four forsake him. All the four conspired against him. And yet he was one of the most noblest of souls. And somewhere explaining about Karna, just sharing in the Top Gear. Everybody says Karna had one weakness. What Duryodhana did was right for him. He never ever told Duryodhana when Duryodhana was wrong, you were wrong, or you need to correct yourself. This is not what you should be doing, Duryodhana. He never did that. For him, whatever Duryodhana did was right. And everybody says that Karna has that one weakness. So I see it is, his father had forsaken him for a momentary need. His mother valued her reputation so much that she forsaked him. Yes, he took the wrong way to right knowledge, so his guru forsaked him. But unless you are a Brahmin, I will not teach you. Is the flaw of a seeker or a flaw of a system? Guru says, unless you are a Brahmin, I will not teach you. And Brahmin is what? A biological status. Is it not a state of mind? And when you say that unless you are a Brahmin, I will not teach you, and the seeker is a genuine seeker who wants to learn. Now, is it his mistake or it's the flaw in the system? And the reverse is going on right now. If you are a Brahmin, you won't get a seat. Now, is it his mistake that he has got 96% and you won't get a seat, or it's the flaw in the system? But he was forsaken even by his guru. And when he stood there, humiliated, say that it was for a personal motive, but here Duryodhana stepped forward, gave him dignity, gave him everything, gave him a position, gave him a standing in the court of ministers and kings of the kings, gave him a standing in life. Literally the statement we use to define surrender so many times, nothing of me, everything of you. In Karna's case, everybody else having forsaken him. The situation actually was, in Duryodhana stepping forward, Karna became something, nothing of me, everything of you, Duryodhana. My respect for Karna is, if ever I felt in the heart of my heart, in the context of any relationship, nothing of me, everything of you, I think I've lost my right to judge after that. எங்க நிக்கிறான் தெரியுமா கர்ணா? I came to you as nothing and you made me everything. Then who am I to judge you? I take everything from you. This is like somebody Nanga is standing on the ground floor and somebody carries you on his shoulders to 10 floors. Now you stand on the 10th story of the building and from there you see, but I don't think this is how you should have built the building. Mavane. I came to you as nothing. You made me everything. Now that I know this nothing has become everything because of you, I don't have the right to judge you. I think Karna disciplined himself not to use his intelligence to judge Duryodhana. Anga nikran. And to me, to that extent, Duryodhana also stands there. Having called you my friend, even if my eyes reports an action which does not look right, I will never question your intentions, Karna, Duryodhana says. Either I should not call you a friend. Vaishnava, hypocrisy. That I call you a friend, I go around telling everybody you are a friend. And then whenever I see an action in you which is not something I can endorse, I start questioning your intention itself. That's not called friendship. Here was Duryodhana. Karna having accepted you as my friend. Best friend, that too. Even if my eyes report an action which I don't feel is right, I will never question your intention because I've taken you as my friend. Illa, don't call somebody a friend. And here was Karna. Having realized it's nothing of me and everything of you, I will discipline my intelligence point. My intelligence will not judge you anymore. So when you decided not to judge, there is no perspective of right and wrong there. He has given himself that gift.